Hey guys, BogusBart here. I'm going to be casting some more StarCraft 2. This is Game 2 between viOLet and MarineKingPrime on Shattered Temple. Once again from MLG Providence. We have Marine King over here on the east side, in the red color, playing Terran. And over here we have viOLet in blue, playing Zerg. Last game was pretty interesting. We had Marine King open with a very aggressive double 11-11 racks. And he lost to a very good hold by viOLet, followed by a huge Ling run by, which caught quite a few tanks unsieged, and completely dismantled Marine King. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this game. We see that viOLet is scouting the close by air positions. He's not going to find anything, obviously, though. And Marine King going once again with the standard wall off. So far, nothing out of the ordinary from these two guys. No proxies at all for Marine King. And no early gas or pool from viOLet. viOLet moving out with the drone scout here, as he wants to make sure that he knows what Marine King is doing. Doesn't want to get caught by another double 11-11 racks or any sort of proxy play. Checking the watchtower there, and this Overlord will just continue on its way and head all the way around and up to check the natural there. Nice spot to place it right there. There you see, Marine King is going to drop that barracks on 12 supplies, so much more standard this time, and no second barracks. So, nothing out of the ordinary there, and probably this drone is going to make its way down and plant a hatch, or maybe not. Oh, there it is. There's this drone. Dropping the hatch, and this one is lost, maybe? Here we have Marine King back at his base. Still nothing special yet, saving up quite a few minerals, so he might go for a relatively early expand build. Or we might see some very aggressive extra barracks added on here. So there's viOLet getting his gas now. He'll be dropping his pool pretty soon here, and there it is. So he'll be able to get those lings out for any sort of defense he might need. Marine King takes out that drone scout, and he's going to move out with that first Marine. Maybe drop a bunker, fake some bunker pressure, but it's not really going to do much to viOLet as that spawning pool is on its way up. Back at the base, Marine King is just macroing up once again. He's reaching that 400 minerals, so it looks like he's going to drop the expansion. There it is. So Marine King not looking for any super early pressure in the early game, and neither is viOLet. Just going with the standard macro play for Zerg with that early expansion. A little bit of bunker pressure here, but it's not anything that's real. It's just a little bit of a feint to try to get viOLet to pull drones, and there's actually quite a few drones pulled. Might be a bit of an overreaction by viOLet here. He really doesn't need to pull all 6 of those drones, and he does lose one. Maybe lose a second. He does lose a second. Might lose a third. Wow, loses 3 drones. That's a huge deal actually for viOLet. Down to 14 drones already, and having to produce quite a few Zerglings, 6 Zerglings plus metabolic boost, so cutting down quite a bit, and this bunker will actually finish, which is quite surprising. Marine King doing very good with this, and back at his base he's just going for a 1 racks expand, adding on 2 more barracks so he can add a little bit more pressure afterwards, and continuing his SCV production. Back here Marine King poking away, he's actually in range of that hatch with the bunker, so very good placement there, and he's going to be able to put some damage on that bunker. Couple of Zerglings up here, just waiting. viOLet's waiting to see if he can get a good surround. Gonna be able to poke out, try to take out the queen, which he might do. Nope, not gonna be able to take out the queen. Maybe. viOLet should pull that queen away. It's a very big deal to lose that queen in the early game. He needs to keep those injects on. We see here viOLet is still mining gas. He's up to 70 gas already, so he could be going for some sort of bailing play or a somewhat fast lair. And these Marines are still doing far more damage than you would expect off of this 1 racks expand build. So Marine King with some very good micro, some very good decision making in the early game to put some good pressure on viOLet. And viOLet's still gathering up. He's going to go for it now. He's going to try to get the surround. He's going to get the surround on the Marines. He's going to be able to clean this up with a few losses, but it's not going to be anything too big. Does take out the queen. Hatch will survive, and is cleaned up by viOLet. The damage has been done though, 24 SCVs to 14 drones, 17 lings that aren't really going to be doing much other than, you know, being used for map control. There is a wall off. at Marine King's main, so they're not going to be able to do any big damage. Violet might decide to go for the Baneling bust here, as he is quite far behind, and he has been gathering up quite a bit of gas, so we'll keep an eye on that. And he is keeping these Zerglings up in front of Marine King's base, so we'll see what he decides to go from here. And there is that Baneling nest on the way, right here at the natural. So he's going to try to bust this from Marine King, but the problem is that Marine King has quite a few Marines ready to go already. I don't believe he knows about it. No, he's not aware of the Baneling nest yet. So he doesn't know that this bust is on the way, but he can suspect that it is certainly a possibility. And more Zerglings coming on the way, so Violet going somewhat all in with this. It's not completely all in, but very, very aggressive, and as you can see, his saturation is suffering quite a bit. His main saturation is okay, could be a little bit better, but his natural saturation has suffered quite a lot by making all these Zerglings. So Marine King just building up once again back at home, building a large amount of Marines, getting a starport, a factory with reactors, so he's probably going to be going for reactored out medevacs and some tanks. And here comes the Banelings are coming in. Is Marine King going to be able to split? They have pretty big hits on the Marines, but not good enough. Only 2 Banelings remaining, and Marine King should be able to push down and clean this up quite easily. He's got a nice position on the ramp, good target fire on the Banelings, and Marine King taking some losses, but he cleans it up quite easily, and Violet will have to move away with these Zerglings. He's got more coming in, but it's not going to be enough, so he should go back to droning, and he does. Getting 2 more queens so he can continue with his injects, but Violet is now quite far behind. You can see in the supplies that is very accurate. 23 drones to 33 SCVs. Definitely not very good for the Zerg player, especially with the mules in hand. Marine King should actually transfer some of his SCVs down to his natural. He's quite oversaturated in his main, producing off those 2 barracks, those 2 command centers for so long, sorry. And he's got 2 medevacs coming in now. And probably will begin tank production soon from this factory. Good snipe on the Overlord over there as well, so there's no more spotting coming out for Violet to see what's going on. And Marine King is continuing to pull further and further ahead. Violet's trying to clear out the rocks at the gold base, as it's one of the few ways he'll be able to get back in this game if he manages to do that, but a big push coming out from Marine King, and I honestly don't know if Violet's going to be able to hold this. Back at base, Marine King continuing to macro. He's going to be hitting this +1 stim timing push. It's going to be very aggressive from Marine King, and could very easily win the game for him right now. These 2 medevacs, 2 more on the way, so he's going to be hitting with probably 4 medevacs, unless they stay back at home. And it's moving in now. 2 queens, quite a few Banelings morphing in. But Marine King with some very good splits already. Pre-splitting all his Marines, stim finishes. And it's looking very, very bad for Violet. It looks like Marine King is going to take the second game in a convincing fashion. Nice target fire there. He's going to take out the Baneling nest. Stims again, which is very dangerous with the Banelings on the field, but it's not going to matter that much. Drones are pulled, coming into the fray. Nice little micro by Marine King there, backing himself against the Baneling nest. And it's looking like Marine King's going to be able to clean this up and probably win the game right now. There's no chance. There it is. GG from Violet. He leaves the game. Very good game by Marine King. Very good at pressure early on. Violet really shouldn't have let that bunker finish. That was a big mistake on his part, and it really got him behind in this game. So, very good game by Marine King, and it's going to be a great game 3. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.